Hello, I'm Matt from Ludo-Chrono, and today I'm going to give you an overview of Small Islands. So Small Islands is a tile-laying game, it's a placement game, it's for 1 to 4 players ages 8 and up, and it plays for around half an hour. So this game is about expanding and getting to colonize these islands, this archipelago. And you're going to invest it and to make it grow by exploring it and placing tiles onto it. And this will allow you to score objectives which basically have prerequisites. And if you meet the prerequisites, you're going to be able to build houses, which is going to make you score points. And those prestige points are going to be the source of victory. You just need to have the most of them. So how do we play the game? It's played over the course of a few rounds. At most 4 rounds. It can be shorter. And in every round, you're going to have 3 phases. The first phase is the preparation phase. You're going to draw and select objectives. In the second phase, the exploration phase, you're going to place tiles onto the archipelago. You're going to expand it by exploring it. And in the third phase, the reward phase, you're going to reap the rewards by placing your houses onto unoccupied islands. So, in more detail, in the preparation phase, you're going to draw 2 cards, add them to your hand, and select one objective that you want to keep. So, for example, I'm going to take this one and get one for the next round and discard one. Basically, that's how it goes. And I'm going to place my houses on there so that I know it's for the next round. Then, once everyone has done so, we are going to move on to the exploration phase, and we have only one choice: expand the islands. So how do I do that? I'm going to do that by drawing a tile from the display here. So I'm going to draw this one, for example. I'm going to add it to my hand, and then I can play a tile from my hand. I have to play a tile from my hand. So I need to respect physical limits. So for example, there is no beach here, so this is impossible. I could do this, however, or I could complete existing islands. I can also use these tokens. Every player has 4 of those, and they would allow you to replace some resources by other resources, or they might have harbors. And the harbors are going to give you extra points at the end of the game. Is the certain objectives, so they are needed for smooth gameplay. So once I have done my action, I'm going to refill the display from this stack, and then we can move on to the next player. And we're going to play until this stack is empty. When it's empty, we continue playing, but we have the choice. We can close the game. We can close the game round, exactly. So instead of expanding the islands, we now have the possibility, the ability of placing our own boats. You may notice that we have a 3-player game and 4 boats. It's because there is a neutral boat. If you play with 4 players, you have the 4th player boat. But I can end the game round only if my boat is available and if I can place it onto the board. I'm going to do so in this case, and this is going to trigger the next phase of the round, which is the reward phase. In the reward phase, the players are going to reveal their objectives and then score points accordingly, starting by the player who has placed their boat. So this is very important, this is crucial. You trigger the moment scoring happens, which allows you to evaluate, like, people made beautiful islands. If I can place a lot of houses, it's really great for me. I can have many things. So for example, people have done this, and this is great for me because I'm going to score, I'm going to be able to put a house on house placement locations, so they are scarce. It's a coveted resource, and I need to meet the requirements. In this case, I need to have 2 temples. So I could place a house on this island because we have 2 temples here, and on this island as well because there are 2 temples. This allows me to score twice in this round, and the problem is that I cannot occupy an island that has already been occupied by me. So if I make a small island, I score on it, and if it is linked to another big chunk of island, it's ruined for me. I can score only once per island. In this case, what this does to me is that for each island I'm going to score, I'm going to draw discovery tokens. For each temple, I'm going to draw discovery tokens, keep the best one, etc., etc., and they are worth victory points. But some of them are just going to give you straight victory points. That's basically how it works. Once every player has scored, we move on to the next round by discarding the objectives and moving on to the next preparation phase. We do that over the course of at most 4 rounds. The game can end sooner if we cannot replenish the display here, or we cannot play because there are not any more tires. So that's it, you know, almost everything there is to know about Small Islands. So Small Islands is that game about expanding, but you don't want to make big chunk of islands. You just want to make them attractive for you and not for the others. Noteworthy, there are a few game modes, a solo mode, an advanced mode, a game mode which allows you to create your own objective cards by cutting the cards in half, and you can mix and match them. That's it, you know almost everything there is to know about this game, so bye bye and see you on ludovox.fr.